Welcome back, everybody.
Hello. Good to be back.
Yeah. Do you want to play some D&D?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Picking up where we left off. We're in downtime. I know it's a crazy thought. You guys actually haven't had to run away somewhere for an extended period of time. So you're here in Zayfarel. You have 2 weeks before the raid on Zane and the rest of his troop is supposed to occur. You have some time to do your own research on potential things that is burning questions for you, as well as just trying to get prepared for this imminent assault. Uh, as such, we have moved into a period of downtime where the players have the opportunities to roll some dice and do some checks on things they want to accomplish. The floor is open, so if anyone has anything they want to jump right into, let me know. If anyone has questions on like potential ideas or paths that they're trying to figure out, like which way they want to go, feel free. This is kind of more of a little bit more loosey goosey, open. Like nothing has to happen in chronological order. Like these are just you are doing things over the course of that 2 week time period, essentially. Um,
Rochi,
yes,
so I know I've asked you about this before, but part of my but real quick before we get into the downtime stuff, give some guys the chance to think. Are there any ways so I have a couple of conflicts with my D&D Beyond stuff, but I think one of the biggest ones would be um I have a couple of always prepared spells that
yes,
are um, obviously not part of the standard rules, like one of which is like the lightning lure, like cantrip,
yes.
and then like the healing word spell. Is there a way to override the values in terms of like prepared spells known in the spell book at a time? That way I can add these in. Because right now, once I hit what D&D Beyond says is my limit, I can't add any more. Obviously, I can just delete and then learn others, but like I'm trying to avoid, having to do that because I want to keep it all contained within the D&D Beyond platform if I'm able to.
Yeah.
I think
Is
there's a
there a
few
way?
spells that technically aren't also on the wizard spell list, like Healing Word isn't, but I have
Yes.
it. So it's two things. It's getting spells that wizards can't learn, and it's overriding the prepared spells value.
I think I want to say the answer to both of those, because I don't know of a way specifically how to do them, is I can create feats that accomplish those things.
Ah, that's annoying, but okay. So I'll run through my full list then tonight, give you any of the remaining things that aren't right by the end, and then we can figure it out
Yeah.
after later. Okay. All right, I'll let everyone get to their downtime stuff.
Who's got downtime stuff?
If I were to be recognized.
I am still yet undecided.
So for can you scroll downwards on the sheet?
I certainly can.
Okay, so for mystery, if I wanted to know more about like the grandfather, how would I go about that?
Um, so for that one, so you're in a weird spot, right? Because you had your 12 questions that are currently being researched. Um, which I think is the grandfather directly involved? Okay, so basically for you, Rose, you have two options, right? You can wait for the information to come back, which you're gonna get other information from the 12 pieces of information you asked for um through the deeper channels, which is where you think a lot of that information is going to fall in. Now, that doesn't mean you can't attempt to do more research with the library that you have at your, at your fingertips topside. So it's something you can do. It's just based on what you roll, it's going to be incremental success based on what information is possible to get from that location.
Sure.
So you can certainly do it. It's just a matter of keep in mind that that library has its limitations.
Mm, I need to think about this. I want to send Draconis out to continue the Whisper campaign and just
Okay.
get a feel for like, hey, would people be willing to go to a protest? Can we organize these people?
That is
So I want to
certainly
send them off.
something. So then for that, what you would want to do, so that would be kind of more of the like relationships, political side of things. So what for that what I will say is keep in mind Draconis can grant you advantage one time or somebody advantage on one check throughout the course of this downtime. Um, this is still going to be a check for you, even though he's the one going to be out doing the actual like legwork on this. Um,
Hmm.
so basically, for that one, what I would say is it is a persuasion check. It's his ability to kind of, based on the information you're giving him, and he's going out and talking to people, and you're probably going to get involved as the over the 2 weeks, he's probably going to be starting the campaign, helping you get connected to certain individuals. So basically, I would like you to make a persuasion check. So if this is your first check, so the DC is 10. Draconis can either give you advantage on this one, or you can save that for a different time. It's up to you.
I'll save it. I got an 18.
All right. 18 is a success with 1 degree above success rate, which is pretty good. So, over the course of the next 2 weeks, you and Draconis, him doing a lot of the early legwork that he had already started while you were gone, you start gathering small, you know, whispers here and there to the right people, talking about the unrest in Zephyr itself, about the, you know, hyping up the lack of new tieflings coming in, that, clearly there is something going on outside the walls, outside in the wastes, and to a point where after probably pretty close to the end of the 2 weeks, right around when you guys are supposed to be gathering with the elders, Draconis kind of pulls you aside. Zaishori,
Yes.
hi. So uh, it's it's not a problem. But you have like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, give or take.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Draconis leads you through the town um, to more the outskirts, past where the main thoroughfare of trade and the different like shops are, and to kind of where the smaller buildings where there's a lot of people gathering and more like the residential areas. And he makes his way to what appears to be some sort of small business that kind of looks like it's run down. It's not like not active. It's the windows are darkened. He pulls you around side alley to like a side entrance, and he goes, "All right," just kind of takes a look around, mm, gives a quick knock. Second goes by, door kind of creaks open. You see kind of a older tiefling male, hair kind of pulled back into a messy bun. Uh, Draconis, oh, yeah, come on in, quick. Right, right. This way, Saishori. He sweeps you inside. Um, you find yourself moving down a staircase, and you know, as you start to move further inside, deeper under whatever this building was, you can start to hear loud, just murmurs of conversation. You know how it's like if you're approaching a kind of hall that has people talking in it. As you hit the end of the staircase, you opens up into what appears to be some sort of large, not quite a theater, but kind of theater-esque. You can see that there are rows of seats, and there are anywhere from, I'd say, 50 or so tieflings down here. They're all just kind of in their little pods talking and conversating. And as they see Draconis and you walk in, you can hear a couple people like a little bit of a joyous cheer and just kind of like a sigh of like relief. And Draconis starts to kind of like introduce you to a bunch of different people and individuals down here. It's like, just I look, go with it. They are sympathetic ears.
Holy fuck.
I told you I've been
I
busy.
guess I'll just go with it.
Okay. And you do. You spend the better part of the next half hour or so just meeting different denizens from down here. You can see that there are tieflings of all different ages and races and just a spattering of different individuals. Some who've been here for a number of years, others that have been more recent, but in the sense that they probably came within the last 10 years before the thinning of arrivals had started because of the whole Zane and Brial business. And as they kind of take a seat and get settled, um, you can hear again the chattering of the conversations is unrest and dissatisfaction with the fact that this community was growing for a really long time, and under the current leadership something has been clearly wrong, but nobody's really addressed it. Like, it's not been talked about, the fact that we've just seen less and less new people, and that the more and more military has been drummed up over the last couple of years, and nobody really seems to know why. um you have the ears of at least this batch of people that seem to be wanting to listen to something different.
Phew, Draconis, I'm gonna need your help on this one.
Of course, I would say, look, they're already pissed off at the current administration. speak from your heart. Tell them you don't have to tell them everything. I would not tell them everything. But give them something to latch on to, you know? An idea, a thought, something new.
Okay. I'll start off by introducing myself. And then I'll just ask, are you willing to organize for our people? Are you willing to protest for our people? Are you willing to get angry for our people? And I'll just look for what's the audience reception.
You get a couple of, light cheers, a little bit of clapping. One of the tiefling uh, women kind of in the middle of the crowd kind of stands up. It's like, I think I can speak for most here, and like, we're we're looking for more answers than they've been giving us. And we're all right pissed off at whatever's been going on, and we just can you tell us anything more than I mean, literally anything more than what this council has been telling us? The elders have been quite dismissive of any of our questions of late, and it's we are we heard that there was an agent of change coming, and we just wanted to hear a little bit about what might what might there be to look forward to? What do we rally behind? You hear a couple of people murmur and clap a little bit and kind of look to you, not expectingly, but at least,
I can definitely answer some of your questions. Like, for example, we know exactly why there's been less tieflings coming into the city. Uh, the journey is too treacherous. We know the individuals that are making the journey even more treacherous. And we're in talks with the council. Um, there's something very big happening soon. So we're definitely going to be in talks with them and trying to figure out what to do next to make things better. We have some ideas, I can tell you that much. But there will be more tieflings coming into the city. I promise you. I'm talking to the council. It's gonna happen, whether they like it or not. Tieflings need to be safe coming here. They don't need to prove their worth. They're worthy just as they are.
you get a handful of applause, you get a couple people nodding. You still have there's some inquisitive people, at least, not not against anything you've said, but more so just still cautious. One of
Draconi.
the
Mhm.
louder voices in the back kind of just not loud enough that he can be heard, but not visible enough that you can kind of pick him out of the crowd. But and why would the council listen to you though? Listen, they've left us on deaf ears for so long now. Why do you think you have the ability to change their minds on what's going on currently?
I kind of look to the Cronus because I'm the last of my bloodline. I deserve a seat on the Elder Council as the last of my bloodline. I have the power to change this. My blood is pink.
Draconis Draconis in your ear. Not bad. Not bad. You hear an uproar. There's a loud clapping and applause. At this point, you've definitely gained the attention of most of the people in this room, and you can hear that they are again, hungry for change. They were looking for any little bit of something to hang on. As the rest of the conversation goes by, you answer questions as best you can. You don't have to give them anything that you wouldn't have, and they don't really need a whole lot of information. But the idea that change is coming and that you are this kind of catalyst for change, and that you are, for whatever reason you have, and again, you don't have to give them as much information as you did need to, but you have some right to the council itself, and you should be involved, and that they believe and are hanging on that. You get the sense by the end of probably maybe a better part of an hour of this conversation going on, this kind of town hall that you called, or that Draconis has called for you inadvertently. Uh, you have you have a decent following here in Zephyro that you
Oh
can
hell
call
yeah.
upon if needed.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna inform them to float around the information that there's gonna be a new elder in the council.
And on that, that is kind of the spark that they were looking for, a real push for change. And that's the kind of word that starts to spread on the streets. And even not that everybody believes it, the word has started to spread that there's change coming to the council, a new member should be seated upon it. And that's what starts to spread like wildfire throughout the city.
Oh hell yeah, I feel accomplished.
I mean, I never doubted you.
Hopefully this puts more pressure on the council. It has to.
Anything that'll make them squirm a little bit. They're too comfortable.
Agreed.
All right. Anyone else like to jump in? Some downtime.
Mhm. So DM, um, I'm guessing with Sunny gone off doing research, my ability to just generically potentially learn a spell or two might be more limited, right? So
Limited, most likely. Yeah, it's possible.
okay. Hmm. Um, I'd like to. I don't know if this will count as an activity, but the long and short of it is, I'd like to send the broker a message. So the one thing I have not done, but I figure with a couple of weeks and some time, I would not mind messing around with if possible, would be some work. And again, like Roach, I don't know how this is gonna work. Because I've never really attempted to do this as like a character, as a player. But I'd like to mess around with my magic in an attempt to. Okay, now I'll send the broker the spell. The I'll send the broker the message first because this will clarify some things for me. So on one of the days, I'll say, Jeremiah, we face in 2 weeks we face the most powerful foe. So in 2 weeks we face Zane. He already knows the details behind it. The spell you taught me, did you learn it or did you create it yourself? Shit, I wasn't counting this. So face Zane. Let me create it yourself. If created, how long did it take you? There we go. 25. Assuming he's even allowed to tell me all that. So I guess we'll find that out too.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand whether it's going to even be worth it. I might want to attempt, since this is, very secretive, unknown magic. I might want to attempt to do it myself. That might be the way to go.
Yeah. A moment goes by. Ah, I do wish you all the luck. It is not an easy task. What faces you next? I developed that spell over several years.
That's what I figured. Mhm. Uh, is that all he's got for me?
That's 25 for him, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just send him one back and say, thank you. No, I don't need to waste words on that. But no, it's fine. Fine. I'll say, thank you. I guessed as much. While I love, while I would love to learn more from you, I believe it's time for me to figure out some of this magic for myself. Any advice?
Don't let them tell you what you can't do. Be prepared to fail a lot. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Tell Vinteth to go home. No.
I mean, maybe.
That would be hilarious.
One of these days I won't be joking. It's fine.
You weren't
I
joking the
know
first
you
5
won't.
times. That's all we fucking need is the broker getting in on it. Oh no. Yeah, remember that thing you wanted me to look into with more and everything? Go home. Fuck.
Okay. So with the broker's stuff in mind, and I think kind of. Oh wait, I'm locking up. One sec. All right, I'm back. With the broker stuff in mind, I think I'm just going to take some downtime and kind of mess around with my own magic. The nature of the chronergy I do know. Which obviously at this point, is not much. I've got the chronal shift. I've got the what's it called?
Just a moment.
Well, yeah, that from him. Yep. And then I've got I've got the momentary stasis to lock creatures up. So not much. And then with the new thing about the locking a spell in place, I figure I can use those as building blocks to attempt the creation of something. Generally speaking, I would be going for something on the weaker side. I don't know what the deal would be here, Roach, but if you'd like an idea of what I'm attempting to do, I can give you that.
Yeah, give me your 10.
Sure. So I think altering time is a lot harder. So my thought process here is more of something trapped in time or mini time loops. The idea of deja vu, repeated actions, locking someone into something that has already occurred, or the repetition of something in some way that has already occurred. That could be repeated damage, repeated healing, or a repeated action, not under the control of the person who attempted it, but under my control. So I'll start with that as my basis.
I dig it. Arcana check DC 15.
Yep. Design of chain spell. That's going to be DC arc. That's Arcana DC. Okay. So I have one chronal shift left, and I have one advantage. Does anyone have something really important they want to do? Because I'm not going to be greedy and use this on myself. If someone has something they really want to succeed today, I can give my advantage to them. Otherwise, I'll probably be using it here.
No, I got Zoff.
There's Draconis too.
Okay. All right. So you guys are covered. That's fair then. I'll use it on myself.
I
Arcana.
got my important things out the way.
Yep. Cool beans. Let's do it then. D&D Beyond, how are you signed out when I have the game launched? That's
Cookies.
oh goodness. I'm telling you, man, I don't know sometimes. Sorry, something else wants to. And then it's just not letting me do it. My God, dude. Not going well tonight.
I believe. Good.
Yep.
This map's sick.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, map is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rochi, I'm just freaking reloading my character sheet.
All good. This map is brought to you by Chesopu, or whatever the fuck that company's called.
All right.
They
So
make maps.
we will use the secondary advantage on this one. So 2 Arcana rolls. First one, second one. Okay, so same shit. So that is 22 on the roll.
Sure.
1 degree, or sorry, 2 degrees. Yes.
Just one. DC 15. So success, 1 degree above
Oh,
success.
one over. Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
All good. Okay. Ravi, playing around with this a little bit each day, kind of spending a little bit of your time and your focus using, combination of your spells, the chronal shifts, just kind of tweaking with what you have. How do I want to say this? The major thing you take away from this is the possibility. As you have been able to not necessarily control the flow of time in the sense that you can affect to change a particular outcome at a random instance.
Mhm.
There should be a way that you understand now that all instances have to occur. all things happen. It's a matter of which one of those instances in that second, in that moment, does occur.
Mhm.
If you can force something to choose a random other path, why can't you choose or at least direct the flow in a way that's more advantageous? It's going to take time, which is a funny
Of
thing to
course.
say,
Ah, all right.
but it is not outside the realm of possibility,
Okay,
which I
and
think
that's
for a
that's
while
all
now
I
for you,
expected.
yeah,
Mhm. I assume this is something where the more I've advanced with this, like if I had tried to do this at the start of the campaign, I doubt it would have been, that sort of. I assume that confidence comes with the additional abilities and learning what is possible within the realm of this as well.
combinations of it definitely help.
Okay.
Knowing that you've met a time mage that actually exists and isn't just folklore at a lot of points in your life, knowing that you've
Mhm.
not just done this, you've been slowly mastering parts of it. Um, you're getting somewhere. And I think you realize that maybe for what you want, sitting in book learning might not be exactly where you were supposed to be.
Mhm. Mhm. That's an interesting note. Okay, cool. I assume then that's something I can obviously continue to follow up on over what I'm guessing will be several downtime attempts, but that's I'll keep my notes on that.
Yes, sir.
And obviously knowing that Jeremiah himself created that spell instead of just learning it from somebody else is also, pretty encouraging.
Of how we're all pretty much like
Alright.
on a first name basis with him now, at least when referring to him.
I usually say the broker a lot, but it's not like I'm gonna these days after we've heard his name enough times. I feel like it'd be
No,
weird
it's
to
it's
call
like the
him up and be like,
context. It's like the
"Hey,
context.
broker."
Like when we're talking with the party, it's like, oh, we're talking about the broker, and then it's like when we're
Oh, the
talking about like
broker,
the
but
time
we're talking
mage
to
is
him.
Jeremiah. He deserves like the respect.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Vinteth, Lear, you guys got anything brewing over there?
I do if David does not.
I think for Valier, um, it'll be trying to still trying to manipulate like lava, but using it as um I guess an ability he could use to try to attack. Just try to learn a new technique with lava or something, or just fire. So that's where we're at.
Lava bend, you say?
Always.
Cool. Yeah.
Everybody
Let's
knows
go.
once you advance your fire bending, you can become a lava bender. It's in the rules.
Like, actually,
Or just trying to be varying versions of an avatar.
hot hot take, hot take here, but Korra would be just as good as the original if they knew they were getting 4 seasons instead of having to be renewed every year like they were. Yep, I believe it.
Yeah, it's most shows. They have to write as if the season's gonna end every season, and then they get renewed and keep it going.
Mhm. But Avatar didn't. They knew they were getting it all, so they They wrote as if they were going to do their whole story. And it's the big difference.
12-year-old Aang could fucking stomp 12-year-old Korra into the ground, though.
Well, yeah, because obviously. Like, what?
Yeah. Immediately. Like, she had time and
Debatable.
real
That's a
teachers.
different question.
13-year-old Bang would stomp 13-year-old Korra into the ground.
Bro, even fully grown Korra was taking like L after L in that series,
Yeah.
man. That poor woman.
I know. That show wasn't really about her till the last season.
All right, Valir, give me what do I want to call this? Ability to manipulate. Yeah, let's go with what we usually do then. D20 plus proficiency plus whiz.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think for you equates to a wisdom saving throw. It's easier to just hit that button.
Oh, okay. Um, so that'd be 4 plus. Oh, whoops. So it'd be 19.
Plus 4, plus 4. Oh. Why did I think monks are proficient in wisdom saving throws? That's weird.
Wait, aren't they?
They're not.
What? Oh, it's Dex Con for them?
Strength dex, which is
Strength.
even
What?
weirder because
Yeah.
They're the same.
monk.
We're
Weird.
the
Yeah, it's weird.
same.
Yeah.
Okay. One degree above. Okay. So Valir, you spend some time, now that you're not traveling out in, the middle of nowhere, there is a lava flow that does run pretty close where like, that like Suji's blacksmith is on, that runs through town. You have a place that you can go outside of town, a little bit more quiet, a little bit more isolated. You start to, again, you can manipulate the rock. You can manipulate fire. That is all things that the crossroads and your training has allowed you to do. As you make attempt to harness it, to take something that's not coming from the crossroads, something that exists in nature and kind of manipulate it to your will, which again, you can do in small bursts from just your innate abilities. But trying to pull like the actual nature into it you find yourself frustrated. You find yourself hitting a wall of you can pull the rock, but then when you try to direct it, it either crumbles or you just don't have the right control over it. In a moment of frustration, think as you pull some of the lava flow out and you're ready to redirect it and it starts to crumble, as you strike the crossroads to the ground, you notice something. As it hits, you see that piece of lava that you were pulling out that was crumbling back in freezes. You watch as the crossroads, that band of blue lights. This is possible, but the crossroads isn't finished yet. You have more command over cold, over water. Perhaps you need to do a little bit more for some of the other things.
Mm.
On 10, Villiers at a 15. All right. Who's next?
All right. So as we've been traveling and I keep trying to research my book and I keep thinking about like what I saw in that church and the guy dissolved into blood, and I have this elvish version of the Book of Thor and Lynn, but I haven't really found anything different other than the name of the sacrifice, Yancey, I would pronounce it.
Hmm.
There's gotta be something fucking more. There has to be a reason why these names are signed in the book and why I signed this book, even though I didn't really notice anything change. There's gotta be something fucking more, right? So I'm just been hyper focused. All my downtime up until now, even though it's not really official downtime like this, has been poured into looking at this book. Now I have access to a library that's full of other languages and shit, and stuff that like predates what we have available at home. I was just gonna go research to share the book more. Need to find something.
Okay. Give me, let's call it a religion check. DC's 10. Your first check.
Somehow I knew that was coming, but I do have Zoth.
I do. Would you like to burn your advantage?
I mean, yeah.
Oh god, I missed it. What happened?
I rolled
Are
a
you
fucking
kidding me? Oh my god.
Russian cat.
Would you like to do it once more with feeling?
The rescue. 23. There we go.
There's the Zoth help.
I fucking called it in my head. That's why I waited. I fucking waited to go last. So I was like, I know I am gonna be fucked on my first roll. I know it.
Look, man, Zoth got all that
23 on
practice.
DC 10 is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Pentel, what languages do you know?
I know Elvish, Celestial, Common, and Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. One, two, three. Okay. As you take time researching, flipping through the book, using different resources to compare the notes and the sections that you've seen, again, nothing really starts to jump out at you as different. It's, you know, the Elvish has a lot more flair, a lot more like lofty language comparatively to the version that's in common, but not enough to change the meaning on a lot of things. Not most things. As you're pushing through the books and Zoth is kind of helping you just relax. He's helping you just stay focused. He's that constant that you've always needed there to help relax you as you are flipping feverishly through books and pages and tomes. As you're looking at the copy that your name is signed in, that many names are signed in, what's the difference? How is this different? Something startled Zoth in the library. Was un was a loud noise, a book falling. As he goes to jump out of your lap, he s- accidentally catches a claw on your hand. The book not open to the front cover where your name is signed. Somewhere towards the back. A drop of blood, a faint reaction. The book glows for a second before it comes to rest. As you almost think for a second it didn't happen. As you're trying to catch where Zoth ran off to, you just see out of the corner of your eye just a faint glow, a purplish black hue.
Realization dawns on me. How did I never think to fucking try that? Blood, 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 blood. So fucking concerned with the text and not its possible magical properties.
That's the original book, right?
Yeah.
The one from the basement.
Oh, the one that the guy had in the church, yeah.
Mm.
I was compelled to
Nice.
sign my name in.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you wish to do in this moment, Vintev?
I'm gonna put more blood in the book. Drop here, drop there. I'll slice my fucking palm open and smash my hand in the book if I have to.
And that's how Vincent dies.
So I get sucked into the
Just
book,
one more
never to
point,
return.
Roach. Just one more point. Okay. As start slicing your hands, pricking your thumb a little bit, you put more blood into the book, and you watch as the book in a way that is certainly not natural, absorb and where the blood goes, you are not sure. But as it does, you watch as you're on a particular page, letters start to vanish, but some letters stay.
The blood cipher.
It'll take time, effort, and endurance, but you can translate this.
Let's fucking go. Yes!
Blood Cipher. Pretty
Finally.
badass. It could also be a
Finally.
good band name.
How the fuck did I not
Yeah.
think to try this like a year ago? All this time,
Blood
I've
for
been
the
like,
blood
I'm
god,
gonna
okay.
research the book. I'm gonna translate the book. I translated the whole fucking book and compared it to the common book, and all I found was like a few differences. Thank you, Cat. Happy little accident.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a lava lizard.
Lava lizard?
Yeah, he comes back. He presents it like a treat.
Oh,
I
I
filmed
see.
it in the sticks.
I would check. Maybe it does it hurt books? Maybe it's somebody's pet. I'm gonna try.
Well, if it
I'm
is, it is quite.
gonna try to talk
It
to
is
the lizard.
dead.
Dead?
I killed it.
Oh. Oh well. You could eat it if you want. Or are you trying to give it to me?
I presented it as prison. I captured it.
Thank you. I'll take it and put it on the desk next to the book. I'll try putting. No. Let's not do that. Let's not fucking do that.
Just wringing it out.
I was gonna try and drop the lizard's blood in the book. I'm like, that's probably not a good idea.
And how much blood do lizards even have?
You can't learn anything without a bit of magical experimentation.
Tell that to fucking Valir's father.
All right. That was Vinta. Bam. All right. Give you all a second to think about what you want to do next. You can also, again, like you're not locked into just doing the roles. If there's RP things or conversations you want to have based on the roles, you're free to kind of move in and out of those conversations.
Fuck everybody
But I
else.
need to pee. So
One last
Take-
thing. I would need your help, Robbie.
Sure.
I want to look for weak because we never really examined the prints, right?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Yeah.
Blueprints. Yeah. So the three blueprints of the other Warforged. Not to be a dick, but I'm still down to look into those. But I feel like we just got more information than we could have ever learned from that. So,
Oh, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for weaknesses. Specifically,
interesting.
yeah, physical weaknesses.
Of the
So, you know-
Warforged themselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
True. There is
Yeah, I
potential that
want
it's gonna turn on us or be an enemy or some shit.
True, but we don't have his blueprints. We just I don't think
No.
we just have
We
three
have-
sets of blueprints. So,
Yeah, which is a majority of the army he's raising.
yep.
And 7 has
Um,
gauntlets that do double damage to constructs.
Yes, but honestly, based on what he was saying, despite the okay, so hold up. If we're
Yeah.
we're like, do you want to RP this, or you just want to go into it? Huh?
I want to RP because I don't care about being part of that. It's different. it's another threat. I've already got so much that I wanted. This was gonna be a flavor thing, so that if there is anything found, we could also warn all the tieflings.
So if you suggest this to me, say,
Yeah.
well, Seven, I think it's a great idea. I think it's prudent to find any potential weaknesses in the Warforged soldiers so that we know if needed. But honestly, if you made me bet right now, based on everything we've learned, everything we've been told, if you made me guess at this moment whose side we're going to be on in that conflict, I might guess it to be the Warforged. I don't know about you, but if the elves, the humans, the dwarves, if all of us created up top were simply created to be fuel for the next cycle of chaos, then I side with those who are trying to stop that. I will still help you look.
I was thinking of this as a backup.
Mm.
Just another
I think
level
it's a
of
good idea.
preparedness. Because
Seven, are you? I know you've lost the Hember seed, but are you feeling all right otherwise after everything that happened? I apologize. I know I've been a little bit wrapped up in my own magic studies and the design of the mechanism for the tapestry, but I did mean to come around and see how you're doing.
don't feel like I actually lost anything.
Do you do
If
you
anything,
remember
for me,
everything properly?
I remember everything from when we first met
Well, good.
till now. Yes, but
I'm glad you
what?
didn't lose those experiences.
No, I have. ev- I I won't say stronger, but I feel more me,
Hmm.
and I just start raising them, looking like these are just my hands, not the.
Well, you are back to the height you started as when we met you, so I guess in that sense you are more you.
Yeah, some just literal. Yeah, look.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I also wouldn't mind finding anything we found out with Elvira. H threats aren't empty.
I know they're not, but it sounds like he's focused on fighting the same people that one has been focused on. These celestials or celestial touched mortals. I'm still a bit unclear about what exactly that all means or that's going to look like, but they seem focused in that sense.
I'm gonna point at
As we
Tinker's.
shall
That's
see.
a celestial.
Uh, not technically.
Is he from this plane?
No, he's not.
What
Damn,
language
I
does
was
he
in my mind.
speak? Because I've
He
talked to
doesn't speak.
the
He's not
one
speak
Uh,
celestial, no.
Oh.
No,
But
you're right.
by
I sorry. He's right. By looking at the find familiar spell though, it's like, yeah, it's celestial, fey, or fiend. I always considered if Tinkers was anything of those. Honestly, I haven't that has been irrelevant to my thinking about him, DM. But if I was thinking about him in that way, it would be fey. That is where I'm on the side of. With that, my feet, the knowledge of the Sylvan language, I've always felt like it was some lighter fey connection if there was anything. Not I don't know if that's relevant, but just in case. So then to you, Seven, I would say, well, I've always considered him more of a fey, and you know, the elven connection to that realm. There's always, you know, a bit of that sort of magic in the background of things, but not celestial. Not that he couldn't be, but
I
even in
losing
that
my.
way, I don't think a
Sorry.
familiar is quite the no, sorry, Seven. I was just going to say I don't think a familiar is quite the same. I think when 8 talked about those creatures, he's talking about something. I don't know, bigger, different.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, the blueprints.
Yeah.
I will pull them out of the bag and hand them over to Seven.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm happy to help you look.
Yeah. Take them, and I'm looking for weak points.
All right. Let's call this. Hmm. Yeah, I'll call this a give me an investigation check.
Nope.
Right, hold on.
DC 20 now, right?
Correct.
Was it your third? Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't something that was as important, but it was still something I would have wanted.
Yeah. So I mean, spending some time with Ravi and Suji and just other people of crafting and ability. Seven, you take some time, and it's not that you can't find major weaknesses. It's just that they aren't things you didn't already know, right? It's things that you know are weak points of your body. It's things that don't jump off as, oh, this is the Achilles heel of this piece. It's like, no, if I hit hard enough in this general joint area, something's gonna fucking
Perfect.
break.
Yeah.
Um,
Hit it.
and I think over the course of your time looking at them, like you get a good idea. But I think through the conversations that you've had with your party, Valir, Vintef, Saishori, Suji, or not so much Suji on this one, but Ravi, like the ones that got to see a little bit more of topside. You realize, I think, quickly that you have 3 sets of blueprints. There are 8 generations of generals, each of which has commanded several different types of armies and blueprints and different warforged types. This is a fraction of a fraction of the different beings that have existed before. And based on what you know, one was working on and 8 is currently working on, the amalgamations that are going to be coming are going to be bits and pieces of all of them. So hard to say what's going to stick where.
About seeing if I can recognize any of these models of generations from what I've dug through. Just
Nothing
to
that
find
stands out.
nothing. Okay. Well, Seven doesn't think too deep. He's like, I just look at the brace like, I am their weak point, and he will move on from it for now. Now, Seven's also not confident with trying to spar again with Rexus. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
As you say that, you feel your feet lift off the ground
Yeah, I get
as you're
suplex.
suplex.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing? Book learning? It's time to fight. Crack.
Yeah.
Shit.
Immediately
As you
back
guys
into it.
wrestle out of the library.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I needed that. That book learning's not for me.
All right. That is 2 people down. Would anyone else like to go? And again, if you don't have anything specific you want to do, you can always attempt to do your final thing, which is just going to knock down a skill you want to learn. If there's not anything specific you want to research or do in this particular downtime, there's going to be plenty more downtimes after this.
Yeah, I'll knock down. I'll add more. I'll keep fighting and see if I can knock down.
Sir, you're done for this downtime.
How
That is
dare,
your failure.
how dare I fail? I've wasted it. At least I have a good idea of what I want next time.
I'll get my next one out of the way real quick. I know this. It actually feels thematic to leave this one to this because I feel like this would be very hard given where I am. The eyeball will be easy, but I'd like to acquire some magical spell components. I need an eyeball and
the, eye-
the
the
eyeball
eyeball
should
will
be
be
easy because that could be any creature. It's unspecified. But then
Okay.
I need a tentacle. I imagine getting water, salt, and vinegar is simple enough to make a rough pickling solution. But I need a tentacle of some kind that then I myself will pickle.
Got a lizard tail.
I don't think that counts, but I appreciate it. I believe it must be a tentacle. So that is the eye I'm getting. I know that. The question is, can I locate the spell component of a tentacle from some sort of creature? Again, unspecified, so it could be any, but much rather.
Okay. I will call
What
this.
is that?
I
Fuck.
would like to help you scavenge
Tentacruel, I choose
animal
you.
parts.
This is a spell component for a new spell, if anyone is
Yeah.
wondering. This is because this is very specific. The problem is normally you could deal with this stuff because a focus takes care of spell components, but the problem is that doesn't apply to spell components with a material value. And because part of the material value is a platinum inlaid vial worth 400 gold pieces, that means the rest of this must also be actually acquired to use the item or the spell. Anyway,
So
yes.
I will give you a choice.
Okay.
Persuasion,
Okay.
investigation,
Uh-huh.
or medicine? Let's go medicine. Those are your options.
I'm gonna choose investigation and hope I could just, machine gun this ask to a bunch of people and hopefully somebody helps me get it.
Oh, you know any tentacle dealers around here?
Yep. My advantages are gone. I have one chronal if I want it, which if I can burn here if I need to. Well, we're gonna burn it and try again. Nope. 13.
So-
Oh fuck.
I will say with a 13, you are able to gather everything except for a tentacle.
God
Apparently,
damn it.
down here in hell, not a lot of tentacle beasts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fair enough. That's why I saved it to last. It felt thematically appropriate.
What kind of eye you want?
You fucking what? Something small enough to fit into this vial, and I will pull out the platinum inlaid vial.
Okay. Yeah. So with your failure as part of this, you find a dude in a back alley with a trench coat, and he just opens it up. And there's a bunch of eyes. Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Eyeball. This one.
Yeah. Yes. That one. That one will be fun.
All right. Pulls an eyeball out.
I don't want to know how you got this whole collection, do I?
That costs extra.
It's fine. Let me know if you find a tentacle.
You're a kinky motherfucker, aren't you?
No, it's nothing weird. It's just magical nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be magical. I promise.
I'm sure it will.
Yes.
What they all say.
Oh god damn. Never mind. Never. Just let me know. I'll be here for however long after that. Another week till we're off. That's
No problem, tentacle man.
Oh, no.
Let's
I
go
d-
spread around
I did
town.
not. Let's. Never mind. Never mind. It's not going to be your nickname. It's not going to be your nickname. With him, it's fine.
Zaishori's gathering fucking political support, and then she's friends with the tentacle guy. Ew. You're you're subverting her campaign.
You hear there's,
I've sabotaged her run for office. I'm
you
like
hear there's an elf
the
going around
crackhead
town
brother at
asking for
home.
tentacles? Yeah, he kept asking Eyeball Nick for tentacles. It was weird.
Eyeball Nick.
Eyeball Nick. He's really got the reputation.
He knows what he's good at.
Yep.
All right. 3 failures down. Anyone else like to test their fate?
I will, assuming it's not part of downtime, send Sonny a message and tell him I'll pay him if he gets me one while he's in town.
Okay.
Mhm. That is the end of it for me. So it's Valir and Vinta then?
Yeah.
And Saishori.
Oh,
All you guys
yeah,
are at you're at DC 15 for your next
nice.
thing.
I'm. No, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think last time when I was trying to check the ley lines down here, you said that it felt familiar, but there was something different about what I was feeling between where we are to like the surface level.
Yes, it's a weird feeling of like there is some presence of Leiatic energy down here, but it's not. It's almost like looking at like the negative of a photo is the best way I can describe it.
Gotcha. I think I want to figure out if like how do I say this? So from Valir's understanding now that he's in a different like area, that each different, I guess you could say, plane has different Leiatic energy. I guess he wants to figure out more if like let's say Shadowfell or like the astral plane also has their own version of like Leiatic energy, just to see what else is out there.
Okay. I would say you can approach this from a couple of directions and you can choose based on obviously what skills you're best at or which way you think Valir would want to do this. There's always the research option, which would give you either investigation or history check. I will say, for the sake of this, based on who Valir is and what he's learned, I would give you a nature or religion check. And then,
Okay.
yeah, I think it's one of those 4. So history, investigation, nature, religion. Your choice, which way Valir thinks he's going about researching this kind of idea, this topic, or how he's touching into whether it's through his meditation, whether it's through actual study, through books and research, whether it's just
We'll do research like history and stuff. Seeing
okay.
that like this where we are right now, like I haven't really been here. I'm not really familiar, so I feel like meditating is not gonna help me out too much.
Okay.
Right. 18.
18 is a success. So doing the bits of research as you can, you start to find tomes and books over the next couple of days, just talking about the first thing you realize is like the different realms, the different planes. You see books and research talking about, you know, the material plane as it is the plane that everybody recognizes as like this is where a majority of, you know, a focal point is, the life force. This is where a high concentration of leiatic energy is because this is what kind of is the point that holds the world together in this spot. But it is only tethered there by its connection to other planes. The Shadowfell and Feywild are the two that run essentially along the same realm. Basically, the Shadowfell is like the if the material plane is the actual picture, the Shadowfell is the negative. It is the same world, but in a much darker difference of life not being as robust. It is pitch black. It is meant to be shades of gray. Like color almost doesn't exist there. Layered on top of that is the Feywild. It's kind of the exact opposite. It is the abundance of color and life and vegetation. If nature takes over the world that the material plane is. These three worlds that all exist in the same space but are separate. Their leiatic energy runs the most concurrent. To be, I think the thing that you would take from that is to be in any one of those planes. If you were in any of those planes in the exact same spot, you would feel, while slightly different, the same vein of leiatic energy. Once you start to branch off of that, that's where you start to get not so much mutations, but differentiating of while leiatic energy has to exist because that's what binds these worlds together. The elemental planes, fire, water, earth, wind, the hells, the heavens, the astral sea, all of these places are all still tethered to the material plane via ley lines, via portals that pull these worlds to each other and connect them in some way. But the energies that run through them, because these places are so volatile and so separate but connected to this world, are unique to those places. Um, I think the thing that you can kind of take away from this to kind of put this in a more real worldy idea
Mm.
is if the leiatic energy in each plane was a blood type, all the planes have unique combinations of blood types. If you were in the material plane, that's your O. That's your universal donor. That is, it can go to anywhere, anyone, but as it goes into them, it mixes and kind of becomes whatever it's being mixed into, essentially. So,
Okay.
well, same but different. And as you kind of have that like realization, you're like, it makes sense. You can feel the leiatic energy here, but it's foreign to you because you've never felt this version of it before. Zajori Vinteth, you got another one for me?
I'm still thinking because I'm still stuck on the book plot line. Let's see what else I can do.
So if I wanted to increase my AC, I would have to just get stronger armor, right?
So for you, you're already in plate armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, you would either need a stronger armor because your plate armor doesn't base off your dex, so it's a flat number. So you would have to buy or obtain stronger armor or magically unmodified armor.
Yep.
Okay. Conversation I need to have with Suji.
Magical is the hard part. It's like he can make armor, but getting enchantments done for it.
Shit takes forever.
Sounds
Mhm.
expensive.
Where would I find such enchantments?
Hey, yo, Babby.
I would guess certain shops would be able to do magical enchantments. Exactly. We know like Babby has done some magical items for us, some limited ones.
Abby is an enchanter by trade. Just time and
Mhm.
money. That's all it requires for once you
Yep.
have the person that can do it.
Okay, so conversation for Babby.
There are other magical items that can increase your armor class. Rings of protection, cloak of protection. Um, so
War's
there are
not
ways to
cloak.
increase your armor. Worse not cloak, yeah.
Yeah, that was already a nice. Wasn't that a +1 boost? Us.
Feels good, man.
Okay, my perception is at 0. How do I train my perception?
Okay. So if you want to start trying to gain proficiency in perception, basically what you would do is it starts as a DC 40. So basically all it would be is if you're saying I want to try to start training my perception, for this downtime, you would roll a perception check. More than likely, you're going to fail this one because it's a DC 40. But what would happen is you then decrease the DC permanently by 1. So now it's going to be a 39. Over time, that DC will continue to go down and down and down as you keep trying to train it. If you have somebody in your party or an NPC that you can hire to train you in it, basically when you go to make that check, it decreases the DC by 5 for that time. So once you get closer to a number you think you can hit, it's usually like, oh, I'm going to ask for perception, probably Vinteth or Valir, I believe, are proficient in it,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I have a
So if you get down to
+8.
like, yeah. So like if
Nice.
you get down to like a DC, 22, you might go, hey Vinteth, or if you're at DC 27 and you want to get it down to a 22, you might go, hey Vinteth, can you help me with my training on this? And it doesn't require anything from him other than, I guess, him saying yes, which I don't see why he wouldn't do. But again, then that would decrease it from a 27 to a 22 for that check specifically. And then again, as you get closer, as soon as you hit that DC, you succeed and you get proficiency permanently. So you mark that little bubble that you can add your proficiency bonus going forward.
Okay, might as well start working towards it.
Okay. So yeah. Um, for sake of it, you can roll your perception check. My
She
brain
did.
just farted. There we go. So you rolled a 14. That would be a failure. So then, if you have a physical copy of this sheet, um, I'm also going to load this up so you guys have a copy if you want to print a new one or keep it on your computer. You would just mark it down in that next column that your DC is now 39. So for the next time you do a
Nice.
downtime activity, you now have a DC 39, and you're just going to keep chipping away at it until you get closer to being able to hit it.
Okay, cool. I'm guessing that's only once per downtime.
Basically, because downtime goes until you fail. This is considered your failure thing because you didn't
Okay.
hit the DC. So
It's like risk versus reward the last time I explained it. Because, like, we have DC 10, DC 15, then DC 20. If you're probably not going to pass the DC 20, then work on a skill or something.
Yeah, then it's worth it to do something like that
Mhm.
to get the DC going.
Yep.
Mhm.
the fail up your situation, especially if it's something you really do want to be better at eventually.
Yeah, what were my two options again for finding info on the grandfather? You said I could wait, and then what was the other one?
So I'm saying like you could have made a roll for it, but the problem is that it only is going to be the only no matter how well you roll, you would be limited to the data that is available in the upward library of where Zafarel is. Um, though you had that in your section of things that you sent down for your request to the lower library. So you don't know what information you're going to get back from that. So it would be mostly like you could wait for that to see what happens and then go off of that information to do it next time. Um, you're going to be getting more information. Is all I was trying to say. But you could have tried to do more research up top if you wanted to.
Okay.
All right, that was Shori. So yeah, we're down to Vinteth and Valir.
I have an idea. You got something?
Um,
I have an idea. Do you have something?
yeah, um I think I want to look for any sort of cloth I could find around here to try to make something. Just out of curiosity, thinking about my sister, family, be like, you know what? It's been a while since I tried to make anything.
Okay. So he's looking for like bolts of cloth, like unsewn cloth, essentially, just things that you can
Yeah,
work with,
yeah,
like raw materials. Cool, I
yeah.
dig it. Give me, let's call that a straight investigation check or persuasion, I guess, if you're trying to be more like talkative to people.
That is the
Your choice.
persuasion. 22.
Me too is a success. All right. So yeah, you ask around. Um, this probably takes you the better part of a day, just kind of talking to people. It takes a while to find actual raw material. Like you start to get the sense that a lot of things down here, food, clothing, is a lot of imported from topside. And I think the thing that you start to realize is that a lot of those places are very bare because of the lack of new trade or people coming in. So those type of goods seem to be very scarce at your initial conversations with people. You eventually do find a seller who is not eager, but particularly motivated to move raw bolts of different underworld wool.
Okay.
Apparently, he has found a way to harvest it, but there are not a whole lot of seamstress or people that work in textiles down here. So I would say for 22, for the cost of 10 gold, you could get yourself 3 bolts of call it underworld wool, which you see is actually a pretty fine fabric. It's undyed. It's natural color, so it's kind of like a beigeish, like gray. But
Yeah, I'll buy some from him.
okay, you've successfully found fabric.
Nice. What you making?
I have no idea yet. With this amount I got, can I ballpark of like, I guess what I can make, like clothing wise or anything?
Certainly. Let me go check. Yeah. So about a bolt of fabric is about 100 yards of fabric. So a lot.
Holy crap! Huh?
And I have 3 of them. Okay.
Yes.
How much do they weigh?
How many tents are you? Oh my goodness.
About to start a small Warsanak Empire in Zephyro.
Yeah, right. His own company down
Listen,
here.
I'll open the LLC here. It'll be called Seven Deadly Sins. You know, parent
Hell
company, obviously the Warsanox. You know,
Seven deadly fashion sins.
fashion sins. Cool.
They didn't create a single fashion scene.
Seven's like, yeah, I know I look good.
Yeah, and his nice ass suit with his giant frog fucking mental.
Mhm.
It
Okay,
matches.
never mind. Sorry, not as bad. A typical bolt for sale is 40 yards, so 120 yards total
Okay.
between
Okay.
three.
Could be.
A lot of fucking.
It's a lot of fabric.
What did you get?
Yeah, it's like going to a fabric store and seeing like the large rolls. That's what you're buying, essentially.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're heavy.
They got some weight to them. They're certainly not light.
Mhm.
But yeah, for depending on how often you kind of mess up and have to scrap fabric, or if you're working freehand versus like having a pattern, you can probably get 3 full bolts, several outfits worth of you know clothing. Yeah, depending on how
Okay.
much you fuck up.
Cool. All right. Well, seeing how much fabric I'm surprised I actually got. Uh, I'll ask the party if they just being up front. Guys, I just want to practice. It's been a while. Don't know what's gonna come out of my hands, but if you want anything, I'll do my best to make you guys something. I'll just leave it to you guys if you want me to try to make you guys anything out of the material I got.
Mm.
If you want a silly hat, I'll make you a silly hat, whatever.
I think we should all have silly
I second that.
hats.
Let's
We
go into
should all
battle with
have.
silly hats.
We all need frog hats.
Gonna make us some like embroidered 7
Yeah, I cannot provide the googly eyes.
Just softball jerseys.
You should make us all capes with 7 deadly sins.
I feel like a cape wouldn't be too too hard to make.
Nope.
Now, having the 7 digits is legible. That's a different story. But
You blend 7D and S together as like the moniker.
What's the like the fucking drapey robe thing that priests wear? Like over their smocks, like usually covers over their shoulders. You see sometimes. The hell's it called?
Tabernacle?
I'm not sure.
no idea.
That's the
It
word I'm
could be
looking
called
for.
tabernacle
Could be.
for us for Atlanta.
Actually, that's the thing that goes in. Nope, that's not what I want. I know the thing you were referring to. The name for it, I have no fucking clue anymore.
I mean, the one that drapes looks like a scarf is called a stole. Not the. Is it a cassock? Is that it? Hold on.
That's
No.
the full gown.
No,
I
it's the
Googled
full
it too,
gown.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the.
Oh, the vestments, the over the shoulder thing.
It's a like a veil, humeral veil or some shit. Yeah, the vestment thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd want a matching thing like that for the matches like my fancy Warsong cloak.
The sleeveless part. That's called the chasuble. Right, it goes over all those things. From what I'm reading, it says chasuble is the outer garment that I think you might be talking about.
I was originally thinking of something else, but now I see like it's like a big ass scarf that they wear during ceremonies, like
Well,
big
then that's
wide
just a
thing.
stole.
No,
Yeah,
not the
that's just a
not the
stole.
stole. It's the bigger one. It's called a veil, like a humeral veil. Copy the image. I'll post it in the chat. Like this thing, I would want like Soren Lim's symbol on it to match the
Oh, that thing.
yeah, the big wide one.
Ah, I see. I see. Word.
All right. Well, Villier and Vinteth, you still got open slots if you want.
Oh yeah, because I didn't fail yet.
You did not.
uh,
22 was just over your DC 20.
heck yeah.
And you could
Means
think for
now
a
you got
minute. You want to let me go?
DC 25.
Um,
What do you want to be proficient in?
that's exactly what I was thinking about.
While you think about that, Vinteth, you got something?
Yes.
All right,
So
go for it.
I want to open up Pandora's gem with Armon and try to
All right.
coax him into giving me another ability, and I still have that soul coin to help persuade him.
All right. I will say give me the pitch first, and then I will ask for the check.
That's fair.
I've been trying to think about how to word that. In the midst of all playing with the blood in the book, I really don't know what kind of ability I would be asking for. I have the hammer. It's the wisdom hammer. I can use the spell slot, do damage. I was thinking maybe along the lines of like a rebuke type ability, like it's like a reaction. Because I could already cast spells, but I want something else that wouldn't cost a spell slot. Forecaster, fun. Yeah, so like I was thinking like if I take a melee hit or something within like I don't know, maybe a 20-30 foot range, it doesn't have to be crazy. Uh yeah, just some kind of counter rebuke type thing.
All right, now how would you pitch that to our Mongol?
That's the question. Armon. Been a while.
Death certainly has.
I haven't forgotten about giving you that soul coin, but I'll pull it out and start playing with it. You did promise me power in exchange for helping you. And this could be, if all goes according to what I'm planning, our last week or two together. Can you give me any more? This battle is going to be, I assume, pretty fierce. Dealing with Zane. Whether you want to strengthen whatever offensive power you've given me, or give me some kind of retaliation. I feel like I want to shore up whatever I can before we go. And as I say that, I'm going to touch the soul coin to the gem.
All right. Nuts. As you press the soul coin to the gem, you feel the slightest bit of tension as the coin almost feels like it is pulling from your hand slightly. And before you can finish the comprehension of that feeling, you feel your hand empty.
That's quick.
He's hungry.
Well, that is certainly an offering, Venteth, and I thank you for holding up your end of the bargain. And just know, if everything goes according to plan, that does not mean the end of us. No, no, no. It's certainly just the beginning. I've grown to like you. This ragtag group you got going on. I dig what you're doing.
That's oddly reassuring.
Get, and getting me out of here is definitely a great way to get on my good side. So I'll tell you what, that Zane is a son of a bitch. I can understand your trepidations about going in the way you currently are. And I understand that your survival is key to me getting the fuck out of here. I would like you to give me your persuasion check. With the soul coin, I will give you advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's what I was hoping for. Because my rolls are always bad. Oh, definitely needed.
Dog.
Once more with feeling.
That's feeling.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Oh no, dude.
Bro, the dice do not like me, man.
Oh no.
Eh,
That sucks, man.
When the time is right and you are ready to complete our little bargain, things I will offer you will more than make up for the payment you have already so graciously offered.
That's all I could ask for.
Don't die out there. I hate to be lost to one of those fucking treasure hoards for another God knows how long.
You almost told me how long you were trapped. I will do my best. I'm glad I have you to assist me.
Now you've in death, and I you. All right. As that ends, your downtime, Vinteth Valir.
yeah, I think I'm gonna try to see if I can get my investigation better.
Okay. Yeah, for the sake of this, give me an investigation check.
Yes, sir. Uh, 10.
All right. Go ahead and knock that down to a 39. You are one step closer to being
The
better at
edge?
investigating,
Yes,
looking
sir.
around, and gathering information and intel.
I see everything, but can't make sense of anything.
As your 2 weeks come to a close, as you finish gathering the different resources and materials you think you might need for what is coming, you have a conversation with the elders imminent. You're waiting for the call. One evening, Saishori,
Yes.
as you're all gathered and in different stages of relaxing and conversation at the Lava Hearth Tavern, your party has again grown comfortable here in Zayfarel. It's the first time in a long time any of you have been stationary for a long period of time. And with your whisper campaign gathering new, people and more people to recognize you and your allies, the Lava Hearth has become a pseudo home base for not just the rest of you, but the people coming in to just find out what's going on, where's the next steps, where they need to be, what can they do to assist you. Um, as you're finishing one of these conversations, probably the 10th or 11th you've had, half of which usually end up with a free drink, which is never bad.
I'm a politician now.
As you finish shaking a hand and kissing a baby, you hear uh, a low, kind of raspy voice just from a dark corner of the room that is just out of your, just out of the light and on your periphery. Ah, well, you certainly have been busy. Um, as you turn to see, Mavrin is kind of just lurking in a corner.
Mavrin?
Yep,
Draconis. Who
I
the
see him too. Yeah, he's talking to us. I guess we have to go talk to him. Ugh.
do you know who he is?
That's the elder, the guy.
Oh, I forgot his name. Okay. I guess
Typical
I should
politician.
go talk to him. Hello?
Uh, greetings, Saishori and Draconis. Um, I have. I'm still gathering some information on the topics that you had sent me, and I appreciate you sending them all at the same time. Um, I have gathered quite a bit of tomes and information for you to peruse based on the conversations we had and the uh, requests you've made.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yes. So whenever you have a moment, we would love to take you downstairs.
Yeah, let's go. Are you free?
Oh, wonderful! You want to go now?
Yes.
Fantastic. To hell it is.
Draconis, you're joining.
Oh, all right. We're going to hell. Fantastic.
Wait, hold on. I'm the only one allowed down there, right? Or can I bring the rest of the group?
I I certainly don't see any reason you couldn't. I would just tell them to be cautious.
Then I'm gonna gather the squad then
Okay.
and just let them know what's
I'll,
up, that everything's ready.
he will. I'll be by the door. Just let me know when you're ready. He slinks back into a shadow. Fucking weird.
Why is he in the shadows? Oh my
I don't.
gosh.
I think he's trying to be mysterious, but like we can still see him. Fucking weird.
He looks like he's sulking. I think he's trying to look cool, I guess.
Oh god, is he brooding? Is he brood? He's trying to brood. He's trying to brood.
I'll gather the group and just
Okay.
head towards the door.
Yeah, easy enough to gather the party. Is there any conversation you wish before as you pull everyone together? What would you like to tell them?
The tombs are ready for the list that I sent in, or that we sent in.
Great.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
like, wait, I'm not in the library.
This is in the bar.
Okay. I have to apologize to Rexus. More book stuff.
All right. You gather the party. You make your way towards the door where you're all greeted by the familiar, kind of yellowing skinned tiefling, Mavrin the Elder. Ah, good evening, everyone. You will you all be accompanying us?
Yes. guys. That's why we're here.
Wonderful. So just be mindful of your surroundings. Try not to agree to anything verbally or written. Um, keep your heads on a swivel, watch each other's backs, and be careful. Very careful. Especially you. He just kind of looks at Vinteth.
Okay. I will do that.
Wonderful.
Why did he single me out?
What did he do?
As you follow him outside, he takes a moment. You see he pulls out a piece of chalk and starts to draw some sort of symbol on the ground. Takes him better part of a minute or so. There's that, and I need yes, this. So he takes something out of his pocket, hits it against a piece of rock, and you hear kind of like a low pitched tone. Okay, everybody, grab a hold of each other. Yes, yes, everyone's got a good hand. Good, good. All right. The hell we go. As you teleport away from this place, that's where we'll pick up next time after Suji finishes his downtime.
Sounds good to me.
We're going to hell.
Going to hell. Woo.
At least it wasn't in a handbasket.
That is where we will continue this adventure and potentially more lore.
Yes.
More than indeed.
Fucking dice, man.
Bro, do
Yeah.
better. Do better, Timo. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not 7. I don't
Try
know what to tell you.
try harder.
I'm clicking as passionately as I can.
All right, look,
I mean, what that tells me is you just need to pickle your entire computer.
Mhm.
yeah.
I blame Verizon. Bad hops, bad hops.
Yeah.
Well, you see, okay, if your computer is like water cooled, just turn that to pickle juice, and that should fix everything.
It's a closed
I
loop
think.
system. I can't change the fluid.
Well, that's your issue. You just gotta be better.
All right, let me just go spend $2,000 on a custom water cooling setup and use fucking pickle brine and ruin everything.
Fine. You'll be fine, dude.
You'll be
Worth the rolls, man.
You'll get pickle juice and a tentacle, and you'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, it's funny for all the talk of the pickling of dice. I'm going to have to fucking pickle this goddamn tentacle to cast a spell. Pick.
Do we have the jug with us, or do we leave it on the ship?
The jug is with me last because I asked to use it during our travel here to create some more acid vials.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah, you can just make any pickle vinegar juice you want.
that's true. You're right.
And-
I don't need to even chase down the salt.
And the only tentacle I tried to take turned into dust and goo.
It's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
'Cause you know I would have had it. He's like, oh, this thing?
True. You do enjoy collecting animal parts, and I respect
Yeah.
it.
Does a dried tentacle work? Does it need to
Yeah,
be
'cause
fresh?
then I could pickle it. No, if it's dried, I could still pickle it. Dried tentacle's fine.
The question, does 7 actually have a tentacle on him or not?
No, I was
I
specifically not.
mean, it's probably
What?
not a tentacle anymore.
No, it's just a bunch of dirt in the bottom, like bagged right now.
Well,
Well, that thing died in a bad way and left 7 feeling not good about the battle. But then you guys met a genie. Or a djinn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the
Exactly.
Wastrolith.
He prefers the name Gene.
Yeah. Damn Wasterlith.
Damn it, guys. I'm Gene Esquire. The legal.
Look, man, if you needed frog-hemoth teeth, I got you.
Well, I don't know if any spells use those as components, but if that ever comes up, I will
I definitely have
need
teeth.
to talk to.
One of the last creatures I tried to harvest blew up.
It's
Yeah.
so funny too, because under normal circumstances, this would be such an easy spell component to get. The hardest part is I would imagine the platinum inlaid vial, to the point that I took another spell just to make the spell component for this spell.
Yeah. Ew.
I mean, not just. I'm sure there will be other uses for it, but it's not like it's some useless spell. But yeah, that was the primary intent there. I was like, oh, this is a highly specific monetary valued spell component. But yeah, normally I'll get there then. I just want to get there before the Zane fight, because my whole thought process there was just like more chump blockers. Hopefully things to eat his attacks that are not us.
or the tieflings.
He won.
Yeah, or the tiefling. So like I'm getting a summon. Because Tinkers eats one, but then he's done for the fight.
He eats one and he's poofed.
Yep.
My question
Till
is,
next time.
for future reference in case it ever comes up, can I gentle repose, like just random fucking corpse parts of monsters to like keep them from rotting while we travel?
I don't see why not.
It says corpses and other remains. So I'm like,
I don't see why not.
Nice.
I was like, I have a
Is
thing
how
for
the
that.
spell was intended. Yeah.